All right, this is Shane, your host with Bitcoin Crypto News Online. Today, we are going to go over all the news really quickly. A lot of positive stuff about Bitcoin. We're still not up in the $90,000 range, but at least we didn't dip down into the 60s or the low $70,000 range. So I would say we're still going sideways from all practical aspects. What's going on with this thing? I don't want that. I want this. All right. So here's some positive news, right? At CoinDesk.com, you can, look at their news source every day. Massachusetts regulator is probing Robinhood. That's not the good news. Here it is. Apple and Tesla among stocks to get tokenized by via FT. New on-chain index fund. So there's been a lot of talk about tokenizing stocks and exchanges. This is being explored and probably at the cusp of happening. This fund here, which is available only to accredited and institutional investors, gives them the opportunity to do that. I don't really like that. They have to isolate it to just them. I hope that that would be opened up to more of us. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. We can't buy an Apple stock on a token. Like, what the heck? This is insane. The control mechanism here. Some of the articles here are saying that Bitcoin is sluggish, but look at China here. The CPIC is rolling out a $100 million tokenized fund with hash key, and this type of trend is expected to proliferate in Asia. So there's been some news out of China and Asia that they may be very well ready to invest in cryptocurrency, which, is that going to be Bitcoin? Is that going to be another one? We don't know. They have a lot of people talking about that. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I've got some other really encouraging news for you. That's probably the best news of all. Arthur Hayes here, he has been very good at predicting kind of the cycles of Bitcoin. He flips bullish on Bitcoin and predicts a $110,000 rally. This is not very old news, just within the last hour on CoinSlate.com. You can see here that the BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes said Bitcoin is more likely to climb to 110,000 before experiencing a significant correction that would slip down into the downside of 70,000. He said on a social media post on the 24th, which is today, we flipped bullish due to a potential shift in U.S. monetary policy. So if you haven't heard, there is some dulling of the tariffs that is making people feel that it's not going to be as crushing as they thought. We'll have to see how long lasting this is. We know that the interest rates didn't go down, so we'll have to see what kind of effect this has. The other thing, too, is that the government, the Fed here in the U.S., is pivoting from quantitative easing, QT to QE for treasuries. So that suggests that the central bank's actions could resemble those taken during prior market interventions. And if that happens, Bitcoin, he claims, Arthur Hayes here, will climb very quickly to 110,000, and possible upside could be $250,000 in play. Hayes clarified his views that Bitcoin would rally to 110,000 rather than experience a decline to 70,000 level in the short term. However, he still sees a potential pullback to a lower level once the rally peaks, warning that the markets could become overextended in the event of exuberant liquidity-driven growth. So we'll see if it can actually get that high before people pull their money out. We'll have to see, but momentum seems to be appearing. Trump's more flexible stance recently put out there shows that the April 2nd reciprocal tariffs could be eased, and this is reducing tension on the markets. Yeah, and we have been doing better. We've seen the market respect these softenings and actually go back up into the 90,000s there for a while. So we're seeing some bit of a rebound here. We'll have to just keep following it. The last charts that I followed that I really have a lot of faith in is 8 to 14 weeks, which we've already been through about 2 of those weeks only. So that still leaves us with a good 5 or 6 weeks left or more of this sideways market if that chart that we looked at last time is going to be accurate, which I think it is going to take a while for us to get back up. There'll have to be some bigger news than this. There'll have to be some bigger action than this. 31 billion in stable coins piled into Binance, according to insights offered by it's Mitrade, MITRADE.com. Bitcoin here is showing signs of a strong recovery. In recent consolidation, the asset has moved past the $87,000 point, gaining approximately 5.2% and 3.4% in the last 24 hours. So, at least we're seeing some recuperation. We're seeing going back in a more positive line, and that looks good. This part of the chart looks pretty good when we look at it. We'll look at the charts if you want to hang with me. If not, please like and subscribe. But we will go over the charts. We'll go over all that stuff as soon as we're done talking about the hot news topics. But yeah, this is an all-time high of mostly like Ethereum and ERC20 stablecoins that Binance is using and putting in their I guess their treasury or whatever, but accumulating that. So CryptoQuant's Quick Take platform says here, according to their analysis, increasing stablecoin reserves suggests growing confidence among Bitcoin users. These funds may represent capital being positioned for re-entry into crypto markets, potentially signaling a wave of buying pressure. Additionally, Binance may be accumulating stablecoins to manage liquidity for ongoing investors demanding hedging strategies, and notably stablecoin balances on exchanges are often used as an indicator of future market participation. So we are seeing this across the market, not just here. We're seeing a lot of indicators. This could still lag for a while, but if you are a dollar cost averaging Bitcoin holder like me, this is all good news for you. I've been accumulating lightly because I ran out of money this month, if you listened to my last podcast last week. But I am still mining a little bit of Bitcoin. Not a lot, just a few dollars here and there. But, it all adds to the stockpile over time, over years, right? Even if you're just mining a buck or two a day, that's $300. And the next year, it potentially is going to be worth at least 50% more, maybe 200% more. An average over a 4-year period for each year. So that's pretty good returns. Nothing really beats Bitcoin when it comes to returns. So the supplies are getting used up. There's less than 2 million coins. BlackRock's still buying. Other ETFs and big companies. We know that Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, he has accumulated many coins, millions and millions of dollars worth of coins just recently in the last few days. So a lot of pressure. Also, the stablecoin bill and cryptocurrency bill is active. It is being submitted for more people to jump on board with it. It is in the process of being presented. So that could be something we see go through here in the next however long it takes them to do that. I think maybe possibly by the first or second quarter, or the end of the first quarter on into the second quarter. All right, let's look at our charts. So lots of good news going on. Markets are stabilizing in an upward position a little bit. we're still, you know, probably not the hottest market. Let's look at our fear and greed just for fun here. 46. So see, there's still, it's heating up a little bit, but you know, the markets are heating up as well. So there's still probably a lot of opportunities. Let's look at our altcoin season. Very low. Altcoins have lost a lot of money. Have they hit their lows? I mean, look at this. We are down here very low 20. That means that the altcoins have hit some pretty good lows. So if you've got some solid projects that you're looking to buy back in, this may be the time to look at it. Again, this is never investing advice. We're just talking shop, talking about what I'm doing. I'm not actively buying altcoins right now, but I may next month if we haven't had a rally by then. I may start entering some of my more solid coins that I expect to have some gains on, and I will also be buying some more Bitcoin. A little bit, not a ton. All right, so let's look at the price index, and we can look at the charts after that. I know it's kind of backwards from how I usually do it, but you know, that's the way we roll. So Bitcoin price right now is showing that it's about 87,000. 5-day prediction could rocket up to 105% according to coincodex.com based on the 50 and the 200-day moving average and the 14-day relative strength index and other charts from the past historically. The 1 month prediction is 119, almost 120,000. And then we see a drop after that to 98,000. This is the drop that could go even lower according to Arthur Hayes. And then we see another up market, which is very interesting because usually we see it go up to the peak and then start to drop. But look at this. It drops and then we see another peak and then it drops again. So this is a very interesting chart wave based on historical and the relative price strength index. Also, we see here ETH scheduled to potentially hit 3,000 in the next month. That would be great. I know a lot of people would like to see their ETH go up. Other coins are on here if you want to investigate these. Again, coincodex.com. Just look for price predictions and check that out. On the time chain calendar, before we look at our charts and our other prices, look at that. You get 1,150 Satoshis for only $1 US. Bitcoin is on sale, in my opinion. Stack those stats, stack those Satoshis. So here is our CoinGecko chart. We can see the market cap is just slowly creeping up here back to the $3 trillion ball game that we've been playing in. And that playground is a good place to be. I want to see us get out of 3 and into 4 or 5 before I am calling it the completion to our bull market. Okay, so let's look at a Bitcoin chart here. We're not going to look at the top 10. You guys know what the top 10 are. Let's check this out. Okay, so 1 month is not looking great, right? Pretty choppy. We had this low right here, the 79,000, 78,000. Then we had this one here at 83, and then this real bummer one here, way down here. Let's see if I can get it, at 77. And then we went up again, and now we're up again. And the low here is up. So a lot of higher lows since we hit this terrible one here back on the 10th. Let's take a look at the 3 month. I like the 3 month chart here. You don't get this on Coinbase. The 3 month is really usually tells me a lot, but on this one, yeah, you know, it's not really telling us a lot. We see some dips here, we see some dips here, we see a downward slope. Overall, this is looking pretty bad for this chart. This chart is looking pretty bad. So let's scale out just a little bit more. 6 month chart would be nice. 6 month chart, yeah, still looking not too great. This is a rounded slope going down. Yeah, if this doesn't pick up and start to get back up in these levels here, you know, at least the 90s, I would say, the 90,000 range, you know, we're dangerously close to a more bearish market. So let's hope that some of this activity and this news that we see actually stimulates the Bitcoin price. We do, according to the charts and stuff that I've checked, we don't have to panic. We need to see this come back into alignment and stay away from those low lows for another 6, I would say, to 10 weeks, according to the chart that we went over in depth a week ago or so. And I feel that that is pretty good information to gauge it by. It could change, you know, things change, politics change, money changes, people investing change, and, you know, more freedom or a different change in the stock market or tariffs or taxes or interest rate. All these things are really having a big effect on Bitcoin, and it's tough. It's a tougher market than usual when it's bouncing around like this. It is tough, and you just have to, you know, if you don't want to go crazy, because like I said, when I go look at my portfolio, I'm way up. Even when it dropped down in the 70s, I'm way up because I've been buying over the more than 4 years. So that's the best advice I can give you, is just stack a little bit of Bitcoin each week, each month, whatever you're comfortable with. Not investing advice, but over 3 to 4 years, you will be in profit based on past performance. Not a guarantee of future performance, but that's how I do it. You do it the way you want. So that is it. Have a great night. I hope you appreciated this update enough to give me a like and a subscribe. No cussing. You could listen to this in front of your kid. Always keep it at a high level when it comes to our colorful metaphors and verbal expressive talking and language. Have a good one. Goodbye.